the soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo. Goal! As good a goal as you can see. That was a heat-seeking missile.
This is a pledge.
This is a pledge.
This is a pledge.
A promise.
To all our fans. To all our fans.
From the city keepers
to our newest fans.
We might be new in town,
but our spirit is the same.
For you, Utica.
When we step onto the field,
We will fight for every ball. We will fight for every ball.
we will sweat to the last whistle.
We will play for the shirt.
For the club.
For the club.
For the arena.
For the arena.
For the city.
For the city.
For the city.
For you, Utica.
For you.
Together,
Together.
we can achieve whatever we set our minds to.
We are
Utica City FC.
We are Utica City FC.
Utica City FC.
we came to play.
We're Utica City FC, and we came to play.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your Utica City FC!
stand, remove your hats as we honor our great nation with the performance of the national anthem performed by the Camden Middle School Chorus. Ladies and gentlemen, the Camden Middle School Chorus.
For the first time in a month, Utica City FC is back home in Utica, and it is beautiful to watch as the fans are streaming in, getting set for UCFC to take on a divisional rival out east, the Harrisburg Heat. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Utica Odd. Drew Carter, glad to be joined, as always, by Richard Shaw. Jack McMullen is out of town right now. So, Richard, it's good to be here with you, and it's great to see this atmosphere. This is a lot of fun.
Well, thank you, Drew. Great to be with you also. And I'm going to tell you this, a lot of these fans have been looking forward to today because of the length of time. There's been no game. As you said, a month is a long time for these fans, especially from what they've seen here at the Adirondack Bank Center, which has been entertaining, some amazing soccer, wonderful goals, and obviously a very good home record for Utica City FC.
UCFC this year 12-5 on the season, first in that Eastern Division. But you said it, Richard, 7-1. And the word that stands out to me that you used before the game, this place is a fortress. It's not hard to see why.
Yeah, and every player I've spoken to has significantly spoken about how much these fans give them in terms of energy and positivity. It certainly is like having an extra player on the field at times. They're there when they're needed, and again, the players have returned that investment with solid performances here at home, and they're going to need to do the same thing here today as they're facing a Harrisburg team which has gained a lot of confidence over the previous weeks leading into this game, and again with a great win last night against Mississauga. They're going to be guns blazing here for sure.
Yeah, don't sleep on those Harrisburg Heat. They are a team, like you said, no pun intended. It's coming in pretty hot today after that win over Mississauga. Harrisburg is only 7-10 on the season compared to the 12-5 mark of Utica City FC. But Richard, I mean, you played the game. You know that when you're playing a team that you've now seen 5 times this year, anything can happen.
Absolutely, and certainly these teams know a lot about each other. They know what they like to do. They know their strengths. But of course they know the weaknesses, and they'll be certainly looking to impose their own abilities on each other here this afternoon in what is again a fantastic attendance, a great crowd here that are certainly up for it, and Utica will certainly be hoping to get off to the kind of start that we've seen here in a consistent fashion where they start really fast and usually get an early goal. So I don't want to jinx them, but that's what they'll be looking to do here.
Utica City FC and Harrisburg are set for action at the Adirondack Bank Center. We are ready to rock and roll. Again, for the first time in an even month, UCFC is back home on this beautiful blue turf. For the man to watch for Harrisburg. Now, if you're a Utica City FC fan, you know for them, for the home team today, you're going to want to watch number 99, Slavislav Ubiparovic. I'm going to see if I can say that right. 6 syllables there, Richard. But for the guy on the other side, Ricardo Carvalho, 17 goals, 15 assists, leading the team in both categories. He's really impressive.
Yeah, Carvello certainly got some excellent qualities. And when you look at players like Dominic Francis, who's an English lad, and he's been scoring some dynamite goals, making the plays of the week very consistently due to his ability to strike the ball from distance. He's always going to be a threat. And then players with great experience in this league, like Nelson Santana, you've got to watch them carefully. You can't give them lots of time on the ball, because when you do, they will certainly look to hurt you. And, you know, it's going to be an excellent start here, I'm hoping for, what will be an outstanding game for all these fans in attendance.
And I think especially so for the folks in the beer garden over there across the way from us. It looks like it's buzzing over there already. The game hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, I think they're getting an early start ahead of next weekend's festivities. But, you know, I know one thing, the atmosphere coming from the beer garden over there has been wonderful. Again, it's something that I think is a wonderful experience, because you're right on the field pretty much, and you can hear all the talking and the communication and the excitement.
Harrisburg starts with possession, but UCFC takes it right away. Utica City 12-5 on the season. They've only lost one game at home all year long in their inaugural season here at the Adirondack Bank Center. Ruby Parapovic on the ball, number 99 in light blue and dark blue. Harrisburg in those road white uniforms. Richard, in a game like this where there's not a whole lot of room to operate here in indoor soccer, what do you want to see from the offense early on?
Well, you want to see the movement, obviously. You want them, as soon as you win possession, making good runs that are going to hurt the opposition. Utica have really done a good job of keeping the opposition contained, defending fairly deep, and then when they win it, quickly getting forward and getting bodies forward.
Great save right off the bat for Utica City FC.
Yeah, Coughlin that time on his toes, ready for the shot. Done a great job. He's been wonderful for this team this season.
Outstandingly done, and it was a great chance for Harrisburg. A sharp angle shot, too. That was a rocket.
Yeah, he struck it really well. Across the face of the goal. Coughlin was on his toes. But a super start from Harrisburg, again showing what they're capable of.
Now Utica City FC with the real first chance in earnest on the offensive end. And a chance, and they score! The home team's on the board first. Logan Roberts, the D-man, making things happen on offense. 1-0.
Logan Roberts continuing this excellent form that he's had week after week. Cuts inside there on his left foot. Beautiful strike from him. And we talked about an early goal. Again, it's happened. They soaked up a bit of pressure and then went up the other end, which was really their first offensive threat. And Logan Roberts makes no mistake, cutting inside, albeit a little easy from the Harrisburg perspective, but he put the ball in the back of the net and did his job. Credit to him, and 1-0 UCFC early on here.
He beat the keeper, Matt Perella, today for Harrisburg, and another chance perhaps for UCFC. Where's the call? There it is.
Yeah, Nelson Santana just catching Tavanisi there as he was trying to find a half a yard to pull the trigger.
Utica City with the free kick. Lucio Gonzaga, his pass was deflected.
Utica
Check
City
that, Benahani in net for Harrisburg
scored
today.
by number 23, Logan Roberts. His 9th goal of the season.
So the fans here in
Assisted
Utica had to
by
wait a
number
month to
18,
see their team come back to
Lucio
action.
Gonzaga,
The
number
team didn't make them wait long to see
Slavisa,
another goal, Richard. About
Ruben
2 minutes in, it's
Parapovic.
Roberts.
Time of the Utica
that's what
City
the fans
FC
are here
goal,
to
2
see.
minutes, 2 seconds.
Utica going forward, creating opportunities and punishing the opposition. And Logan Roberts, who's been, again, just been on a wonderful streak, showing excellent form.
Interception by UCFC, a chance in transition. Good save by Benahani as he punches it free. Interception there by Jake Schindler for UCFC. And he's got it again now. Steven DeRue on the ball. Back to midfield for Joey Tavernise. You got a big-time round of applause when the lineups were announced today.
Yeah, he's certainly a fan's favorite. Always in the right place at the right time. Putting the bits in the back of the net when need be. He's always sniffing. You'll see him today sniffing around the box area. Mugen with some good hold-up play there for Utica. And at this moment in time, Harrisburg just content with sitting in, keeping Utica at bay. They know that at any moment, UCFC can mount an attack that's going to threaten the goal. And Benahani is going to need to be on his toes here this afternoon, that's for sure.
UCFC trying to make something happen in the corner. That ball somehow stayed in bounds. Tracked down by Ben Rahman for UCFC. Now a massive humanity in the corner. Really seems like UCFC has taken this game by the horns in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, after that initial start where they were sitting back a little bit and soaking up a bit of pressure, Harrisburg had the one chance. Coughlin was equal to it. But since that point, UCFC kind of got their balance now, interchanging quickly. Yelovat's coming in, who's going to be significant in terms of playing that role that he's led this team really well this season. But again, another excellent start for Utica, and they just need to keep building now and not sitting back with the one-goal lead.
Coughlin out of trouble. All the way into the other end. Richard, do you think that makes a team more aggressive when they've got that one-goal lead, or maybe more conservative?
I think sometimes, you know, from a player's perspective, when you start well, it gives you that buzz, it gives you that confidence, and you can certainly build on. I think sometimes the danger is if you get the second goal, then start sitting back and not going for it as much. That's something that we've not seen from this Utica side, so that's been a very positive thing, obviously. But I think just with what we've seen in recent weeks, especially here at home in Utica, they've just carried on with that momentum and worked hard to build a lead. So they're going to continue here today, I'm sure.
It's a good takeaway by Utica. Jake Schindler again, who's been a menace in those passing lanes. And you said it, Utica City FC does not take the foot off the gas pedal very often. A team that averages an even 7 goals per game, and even better than that here at home.
Yeah, and that's what's great about this game is you're interchanging all the time, players coming in, going out, so you've got fresh legs and everyone wants to put their own footprint on the match. So they're hungry to get out there. Both teams will be hungry. And again, we've mentioned some of these risks for Utica today. Certainly Dominic Francis, who's again someone that they're going to have to watch. Nelson Santana Cavallo has been very effective.
Misplay by Benahani, but he somehow dives on it and recovers.
Yeah, Benahani lucky there to get away with that one.
Now the fans coming back into it here at the Adirondack Bake Center. A chance for UCFC, and a bit of a flub on the far side by the captain.
Yeah, Bordeaux with a bit of space on that right-hand side. A well-worked move.
Banged off the boards by Harrisburg.
And you look at this setup now from Harrisburg's perspective. You know, you're kind of halfway through the first quarter here. You're probably not happy being a goal down, but they have to have a look at some of the positives. Dominic Francis trying to work hard there to get the ball down, but Hundelt has been very active defensively, and the Bordeaux chance was certainly deflected from him, and he blocked it well. They're going to have to do that all afternoon. But right now, it's just a case of both teams feeling each other out, getting settled, and we'll see things starting to heat up here, I'm sure, as this restart from the yellow line is going to take place.
You saw Freddie Mugin bang it up top off the goal. This is Schindler to trigger it in. Mugin tries it one more time, and a great save by Banahani as he dives for it, gets it with the tips. Richard, it's really remarkable when you consider that Utica City FC hasn't played in a while. And still a great start for them against a Harrisburg team that played last night and played pretty well. You would expect them to come out hot, but instead it's been the home team who's done that.
Yeah, again, Utica starting well.
Oh, wow, nearly a chance for UCFC. Roberts looking for some more.
Yeah, Logan Roberts sniffing around, trying to get on the end of that there, almost resulting in a goal and making it 2-0. But, you know, to your point, I think the rest that Utica have had has been significant. The full squad, nice and healthy. Some tough decisions for Ryan Hall to make as a head coach. You know, you've got to get those things right, and he's done a wonderful job this season with that decision making.
Banahani out in front. And the Heat send it a little bit high.
Yeah, Coughlin.
Coughlin standing tall.
With another good save, yeah.
What have you seen from Coughlin so far this season, Richard, that's impressed you?
Well, it's something that we've discussed
Utica City
each
fans,
and every
I
week,
want to show you
simply
guys
because
some of
of
the new
his
merchandise
consistency
that we are
and
offering
his
today.
performances
So first off,
that
we
are
have the stadium exclusive
always
C hat,
worthy
the
of
same
comment.
stripes that you
And
see on our jersey.
the big thing
we
for
have that
me
hat
is
in both white and gray. That's
not only
only
is he
available
stopping
at
the
the
shots, but
Adirondack
he's
Bank
stopping them
Center.
at significant
Then as you see,
times
we
in the
also
game.
have
So
a
like,
ton
for
of
example,
green
Utica
merchandise in
will
honor
get
of
their
St.
noses in
Patrick's
front,
Day next
and then a
weekend,
big
where
chance
the
of coming
Utica
up.
City
He's
FC
making
team will
those
also
saves
be
during
wearing
those big moments.
specialty green
And
uniforms.
then
Now we're almost
his
sold out of
distribution
most of these items,
going
but don't
forward
worry,
has been
there will be more
outstanding.
here in time for
The good
both the
thing that
parade
Utica have been able
and the
to do
UCFC game on Sunday.
is play
So
direct
head over to
at
the
the right
store
times
again.
and then
If they
build it
don't
out
have
of
your
the back
size, make sure you're here
at the moments
next
where you
Sunday
need to
for
do that.
Utica
And
City
Coughlin,
FC's
he's
St.
good with his
Patrick's
feet.
Day
He
game.
plays from the back. He looks to distribute early, but again, if there's something a little bit more direct, especially if he gets over the yellow line and he can play it with his feet, he'll hit that longer pass. But his distribution from his hands, he's been throwing the ball well, finding targets, allowing offensive threats to come from that service. But equally so, he's got a good feel of the game when it's a time where you need to slow things down a little bit. He'll just find the defenders and start building from the back and slow it down a little bit. So yeah, all around his game has been absolutely excellent.
Andrew Coughlin in cage, plus the great offense for Utica City FC has been a great formula so far this year in their first season. Hey, kick this. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. So a good start here for UCFC today. 4 shots on goal apiece, and the home team leads 1-0. 6 minutes to play, first quarter. Coughlin on the ball, the keeper, nearly at midfield, sends it banging off the boards for a teammate in the attacking third.
Ben Raymond again, working hard on that right-hand side.
Oh, and a chance! What a goal for Utica City FC! A firecracker from Ubi Paripovic. The usual suspect converts for the first time at home in a month.
What a strike this is, unbelievable. Absolutely top shelf as you can get. We've seen him score some outrageous goals, some obscene goals this season. But that one there is an absolute missile into the top corner of the net. And already we know that that is certainly going to be one of the goals of the week, if not the goal of the week, based on just the strike alone. Fantastic strike. What a great time to go 2-0 up as well.
About 5:45 to play first quarter. Ubi Paripovic puts a bullet into the top right corner. Where did he shoot that from, Richard? Was that? Right around the midfield line?
Yeah, that was a great strike with unbelievable power.
Utica City
giving the
FC
goalkeeper
goal.
absolutely
Scored
no
by
chance
number
whatsoever.
99, Slavica Humi Parapovic. His 21st goal of the season. Assist to number 2, Ben Raymond. Number 21, Darren Toby. Time of the Utica
Ben
City
Raymond
FC
and Darren
goal.
Toby on the
9
assist on
minutes,
Ubi
11
Paripovic's
seconds.
21st goal of the season to lead UCFC. Now he's obviously got a lot of talent, Richard, but a lot of experience as well, and you'd expect a call as Harrisburg a little over-aggressive in the attacking third. Guilty party there for the Heat is Tavoy Morgan. Took down Nelson Santana for Utica City FC. A lot of contact. Vitale for UCFC, and it goes against Harrisburg.
Yeah, interesting decision there from the referee. Vitale certainly fouled the Harrisburg player, and you could even see with his body language that he'd almost conceded that he'd given up the foul.
Yeah. Ubi Paripovic to enter it for Utica City. Great save by Benahani.
Yeah, Banahani again with another important contribution. They need to just liven up here a little bit, Harrisburg, because they are under a lot of pressure, and UCFC keep on going, looking for that third goal.
It was a glorious chance for Steven Daru. Another one! Can't convert this time either. Harrisburg sacrifices the body. That was Dylan Hundelt who went down to the blue turf to keep the yellow ball out of the goal. And with 4:23 left in the first quarter, another reset for UCFC.
Yeah, that ball just going over the board, so it'll be top of the box start here. Gonzaga will be looking, trying to maybe find the goal himself.
Ubi Paripovic fakes it, sharp angle shot, a little bit too high.
Yeah, well worked free kick going to Salas on that side, who looks to drive it with his left foot. A good play from them. Obviously, when the angle becomes tighter, it's more difficult to score, but if you can find the target with power, it'll often find the back of the net.
Harrisburg trying to go 1-on-3. That was Tavoy Morgan, who's been really the biggest contributor on offense. He's been their most aggressive player here in this first quarter.
Yeah, Morgan with certainly a lot of threat.
Here we go. 2-on-2. Ubi Paripovic back for Coughlin. Less than 4 to play first quarter. It is 2-0 UCFC in their first home match in a month. 7-1 in this building this year. Tracked down in the corner by Ben Raymond. And Harrisburg takes it back. Schindler with a nice move. Trying to wall off Morgan. That's a lot of contact again.
Yeah, Morgan working hard for his team, trying to get back behind the ball.
Captain Bo Yelovitz back for Vitale. Around the roulette wheel it goes. Vitale gets it back on the skip. Yelovitz tries it. About an inch too wide to the left.
Yeah, in the moment, Harrisburg certainly up against it. Just content with clearing the ball forward and trying to get a breather there. Utica doing a great job of being patient and probing and knocking the ball side to side, looking for half a yard to get those shots in.
Utica certainly dictating the pace of this game, or this match in the first quarter.
Yeah, Thompson with some good skill there for Harrisburg. Not been able to get anything going though from it.
Number 11 for Harrisburg lets it fly. Ricardo Carvalho, their leading scorer. 17 goals, 15 assists coming into today's match.
Yeah, and the physical presence up there for Harrisburg, the likes of Vitelli, Darren Toby, Ben Raymond, and Logan Roberts are going to have to try and keep quiet.
But as his team is struggling here in the first quarter, Richard, with 1:37 to play until the second quarter, you think Carvalho's a guy who might try to insert himself in the action here?
Yeah, he's been around the block. He certainly knows that you've got to be patient in this game, keep working hard, doing the fundamentals right, and then anything can happen.
Chance for Daru, nearly beat Benahani in 5-hole. Four-seam fastball right up the gut. Lucio Gonzaga involved in the action now against Victor Weaver of Harrisburg. Now maybe a chance for UCFC. Oh, Morgan is a physical player.
Yeah, a lot of strength up top, and he's trying to use that physical strength. This time Harrisburg get the call. I was going to say on the last decision, in this situation, the last thing they need is decisions going against them, but this one, the referee claims Daru is pulled him back.
Toby involved as well, nearly a goal for Harrisburg. They almost got themselves on the board with Patrick Thompson's header. Coughlin maybe a little bit fortunate. And now Utica City FC wants to move. Ubi Paripovic can let it fly from anywhere. We just saw that. 2-0 UCFC, less than 20 to play first quarter. Schindler a little too high.
Yeah, just coming off Morgan, I think. I think it's going to be see what the referee decides. It's clearly a deflected shot. It should be a corner to Utica. But I guess it balances things out because the referee got one wrong up there before, which happens from time to time.
Oh, wow. It was almost like an alley-oop by Harrisburg. Could not be put home, though, by David Meller. Great feed by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, good service again. And Dominic Francis, who was in recent weeks been scoring some wonderful finishes. A volley scored in a recent game was out of this world. And you saw the confidence that he has there for a long throw to come in for him and then
Utica
try and
City
put it in the net
fans,
first time without a bounce.
T-shirt toss
That
of
lets
the
you know
day,
what he's
courtesy
thinking and
of
where he's at
SOS,
psychologically.
Syracuse Orthopedic Specialists. So get on your feet, make some noise. The street team
So
have
Utica
them.
City
Let's
leads
see it,
2-0
guys.
after the first quarter here at Adirondack Bank Center. Aggressive play and a bomb from the leading scorer, number 99, Ubi Paripovic. That's how the home team leads in their first home game, or home match in a month here, Richard. And what do you like so far from UCFC?
Well, I like the fact that, I know we're talking about this, but the consistency of starting really well and being on the other team and making sure
Duncan is committed to supporting the community.
they're
and will
lively
donate 1
and
pound of
not
coffee to
giving
the
any
Food
time
Bank of
to the
Central New
opposition.
York for
And then
every
from
goal
there,
it's scored at home this
carried on
season.
going
Duncan
forward
is
in
currently
numbers.
on the hook
And
for
as you see, some of the finishing,
64
Logan
pounds
Roberts
of
putting
coffee.
in. Fantastic
America
finish from him.
runs
And
on
then just a
Duncan.
sensational rocket shot.
50, feeling
from
lucky,
Ubi
don't forget to
Paripovic
take your shot at the
that just finds
50-50
top
drawing,
corner and gives
benefiting the
goalkeeper
Save the
absolutely
Day
no chance.
Foundation.
So if they can
One who receives
continue
half
that,
the pot,
Utica,
while the other
they're
half
gonna
goes directly to charity.
I
Buy
think
your
there'll be
tickets
good
along the
value
concourse
for a
from
win
any of the
today.
sellers
But
wearing
again,
the neon
the
green
nature of the
shirts.
game, you never know what
Winner
can
will
happen.
be announced
Just
in
got
the fourth
to keep
quarter.
working hard, being honest, doing the
Time's
right
almost
things,
up to go
and
home.
let nature take care of itself.
$10,000 richer.
Still 3 more quarters here at Adirondack Bank Center. Hey, Utica City FC would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting good brands, starting production in 1817, more than 200 years ago. Miter is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. The MASL and Miter share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Miter's Astro Division ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. Miter's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more effectively in arena soccer.
open after all of Utica City
So it's
FC
2-0
games.
here for Utica.
There
After
are only
one
3
quarter
more regular
at Adirondack
home
Bank
season
Center,
games left
Logan
for
Roberts
Utica City FC.
with the first
Don't
goal,
miss the push
Slavisa
for the
Ubi
playoffs.
Peripovic with the
Stop
second
by
goal.
The ticket office. Get your
Roberts'
tickets
9th
today
of the season.
as
Ubi
Utica City
Peripovic's
FC continues to make
21st.
history here at the Adirondack Bank Center.
The Harrisburg Heat looking to stay hot after a strong win last night against Mississauga. But it is never easy to walk into this building and pick up a win, Richard.
I know from the result that they had against Mississauga, they were able to rest some players later on in the game, or let me rephrase it, not put as much stress on your key players to get the result. They did have a significant lead going into the final 2 minutes of the game, where Mississauga scored a few goals back. But the game was kind of out of sight, so it wasn't a case that the Harrisburg players have been overworked, I'm sure. But still, you're traveling, you're on the road, and as you said, Drew, coming in to the Adirondack Bank Center to play a side that's not played at home for a month and are hungry to get out there and put the show on, you're always going to be up against it, and that's certainly what we've seen in the first quarter for Harrisburg. But we know they're a good side. We know they've got quality. We spoke about some key players for them. They've not yet been able to get themselves a grip in the game. But if they do, and they're allowed time and space, they will certainly make this a significant battle as the game goes on.
Richard, during your playing days, what were some of your favorite parts and maybe least favorite parts of hitting the road with your team?
Well, I always like winning, so that made things easy.
Was it a little sweeter when you do it on the road too? Kind of stick it to their fans?
Yeah, and just in terms of the travel, you know, I mean, obviously it's just...
Roberts again. Can he pick it up on the rebound? You bet. 2 goals in the first half for Logan Roberts, and it's 3-0 UCFC.
Logan Roberts on fire. It's that simple. He's in the right place at the right time, but because he's a good lad and he's honest and he works hard, when the keeper makes a save, he doesn't give up. He keeps going, and all he has to do is toe prod it into the net because of his tenaciousness, because of his constant mentality in terms of working hard for his team. And I'll tell you right now, that third goal is a very important one, as we always speak about. To be 3-0 up early on in the second quarter here, it's fantastic news for Utica and all these fans here in attendance.
The Adirondack Bank Center is bouncing right now. 3-0 UCFC. Just about a minute into the second quarter against Harrisburg. Logan Roberts with 2 goals today already. And a chance to add maybe one more and pick up that hat trick. Ubi Peripovic the takeaway for UCFC.
Yeah, Escobar that time for Harrisburg, looking to find half a yard. He is a player that's got some wonderful ability, and if you give him half a yard, he'll punish you. Very technical,
Utica City FC
good,
goal
crafty
scored
player.
by number 23.
And as we see here, he's looking to get forward.
Roberts.
Here he comes again.
His 10th goal of the season, 2nd goal of the game. Assisted by number 44,
Escobar with 8 goals and 3 assists
Callahan.
on the season.
Time of the Utica
16
City
matches.
FC goal, 1 minute 13 seconds.
Again, though, UCFC snuffs it out. Coughlin has been in control in that yellow shirt for the home team today.
Yeah, I can only really think about the chance early on that was struck to the far post that he needed to make a good save on. Other than that, he's not really been tested so far today. Obviously, there's going to be times, I'm sure, where he is. And you know, we talked about his qualities before. One thing that he certainly brings to the table is concentration. He stays switched on. And when needed, he's there to produce the goods. So he's just got to stay focused, as he always does. Because I'm sure at some point he will get tested more significantly than we've already seen.
Utica City FC trying to set something up in the attacking end. Still early second quarter, so despite the fact that they've got that 3-0 lead, no reason to slow down.
Yeah, and as you see there, Ubi Peripovic just gently driving towards the bench to switch with Salas, and that's one good thing Coach Ryan Hall has done a wonderful job with this season, is the changeovers where players are coming in and out, great understanding. It's a vital part of the game, because if you get it wrong, you can get exposed and be punished. But he's got these guys working in a very clock-like work fashion, and the understanding is a wonderful thing to see and very beneficial to the results. And that's why I think Utica have certainly been doing a good job, both offensively and defensively.
Cheeky play off the boards for Utica City FC. Caught the goaltender Ben Ahani off guard for a second. Now the home team will set up again. So Richard, for someone who might be new to watching Major Arena Soccer League, those switches are just like they are in hockey, right? Just like shifts. When one guy comes off, another guy can come on during the play, right?
Absolutely. And again, it all comes to timing. It's significant to rest. And you know, you get out there, you're generally running hard for about anywhere from 40 seconds to sometimes a minute and a half, you know, outside of the power plays, which we've not seen today, which I think is a good thing. There's not been any bad tackles. We're not here to see any of that. It's always good to see both teams with full lineups, apart from when you're losing, of course, and an extra guy can be very helpful and beneficial. But other than that, I think this has been a good contest so far, but obviously more favourable for the boys in blue here.
UCFC with that 3-0 lead as we cross 5 minutes into the second quarter. And Ahani had to get rid of it. UCFC was creeping in. Now in the attacking third for Harrisburg. Whistle called against number 12, David Meller. I beg your pardon, number 17, Dominic Francis, who's one of those names, Richard, who you keep going back to as a guy who could be pretty dangerous for them.
Yes, it's certainly nothing to do with my ties to England. But I will say this, he's not been able to get in the game yet, that's the truth. But he's always sniffing around, he's always resilient. You can see he had frustration there on the call because he knows his side haven't really demonstrated their capabilities yet, and he's not really had the ball enough to cause any problems.
This could be trouble here for the Heat with a little 2-on-1. Good recovery by those boys in blue. Leroux tries to clear it. Coughlin is there. In command again. Look out, there's the captain, Yelovitz. 1-on-1 with the attackman, Francis. And he sails it a little too high.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's the right decision from him there. It was tight. Could he potentially have just looked to hold the ball up? Yeah, but you know what? The ball's bouncing. The goal's only 20 yards away, if that. And just pull the trigger and hit the target. Well, unfortunately for Yelovitz that time, it went over the bar. But again, you're not going to score if you don't take some chances and shoot. So I'd rather see it that way.
And now Jake Schindler a little nicked up for UCFC. Good sportsmanship by Harrisburg and Dylan Hundelt to go make sure he's all right. And you never like to see this for Schindler. He's been very active so far today for UCFC.
Yeah, he's been fairly active in terms of most recent weeks with his involvement in soccer within the central New York area. He's always busy, but you see head coach Ryan Hall going over now. My only fear is it's nothing where he's damaged some ligaments and gone over, because when you look at it, he just looked in pain. At first I was hoping it was just a kick. Nelson Santana there being questioned by the officials. Discussion looking like it's going to take place. Maybe a little frustration creeping in for Harrisburg. Potentially, who knows, but at the moment, again, they've not really been able to demonstrate what they've been doing in recent weeks in terms of their level of performance.
Hey guys, well now it's time for you to flex those muscles.
5 shots on goal for Harrisburg, 8 for Utica City, a 3-0 lead for the home team, 8:33 to play second quarter. And it's a good sign for UCFC as Schindler does walk off under his own power. A little bit gimpy, a little bit ginger, but
let's make some noise. noise.
A good alternative, all things considered. One of the things you gotta love about the Adirondack Bank Center is the soundtrack. This is old school Kanye West here. That's outstanding. All the way back to graduation. You a Kanye fan, Richard?
I'm going to be honest and say no.
Come on.
But I'm not really listening to much of his music tonight. But I will say this, absolutely, Drew, I know that this is your first time here. It's great to have you here, obviously. We have such a great atmosphere and environment. You can feel it, and the production team here at the Adirondack Bank Center just do a wonderful job with the balance of music and, you know, and engaging with the fans, and that's what it's about. Obviously, we want to see good soccer, but there are a lot of families here. We've spoken about it in recent weeks, and this is about coming here and having a great day out. And when you give people that opportunity, they're going to obviously come and enjoy it week after week, and that's what we're seeing here in Utica.
It's really remarkable what they've built here in just the 1 year. Come out to Adirondack Bank Center and enjoy not just great soccer, like you said, Richard, from one of the best teams in major arena soccer, also one of the best environments. And I think it's no coincidence that the Utica Comets also foster one of those great environments, and it's the same building here.
Yeah, and both organizations have done a wonderful job in the Utica community, and what better way to spend a Sunday afternoon on a cold day than in the Adirondack Bank Center to watch some wonderful soccer.
Utica City FC in the offensive third. Ubi Peripovic on the trigger, as the home team already lead 3-0. Right on the doorstep. Oh, lots of contact. UCFC Joey Tavernese, number 27, went down to the deck. Benahani shepherded him in that direction, but no whistle as he was off the ball. Here's some chants here at the Adirondack Bank Center. Richard, when you were playing, what was your favorite chant to hear from the fans?
Well, I always liked chants back in my hometown. I'm from Blackpool, which is on the west coast of England. So we used to have a Seasiders chant, which was very popular, and the whole stadium would sing it. So I would say that was probably my favorite one growing up. But here at the Adirondack Bank Center, there's been a great job done by the fans in terms of creating their own atmosphere, and it's certainly having a huge impact on the players, because when I speak to them, they continually talk about the atmosphere and how great it is.
A takedown by Harrisburg as UCFC had the ball when Mauricio Salas, Dylan Hundle took him down right along that yellow line. So Salas to enter, takes a rocket shot, missed it an inch too high. Oh, what a cheeky chance. Another one just a little bit over the bar for Utica City.
Yeah, great creativity from Callahan just to try and nick it into the goal.
Yeah, Liam Callahan, who some Syracuse University fans might recognize. He just wrapped up his playing career with the Orange, about an hour west of here. Now Daru trying to clear it for UCFC, leading 3-0. 9 shots on goal for the home team, 5 for the road team, Harrisburg. About 6 minutes to play until halftime. Yelovitz, the captain, missed it, nearly smashed it off the board for Daru. Who goes to the turf. Harrisburg, tight defense, played by Julian Escobar. Gonzaga settles it down near midfield. Here's a guy who's coming into his own offensively.
Yeah, Gonzaga's been outstanding since his arrival here in Utica. But what has impressed me over the last few minutes is just UCFC really getting a good hold of the game and controlling the tempo, keeping possession, and really bossing things at the moment. And, you know, I'm sure Coach Ryan Hall is very happy to be in this position right now with just 5 minutes left in the half.
Ubi Peripovic with 1 goal today on a rocket from near midfield. This time, though, Banahani is there. Shows off the arm. Toby sends it back for Coffey.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Banahani, he's just not got a target there. You can see he's looking to go long. There was nothing really on short. But as you know, as he's looking, there's not really anyone in the corners or making runs. But Harrisburg with bodies forward now.
There we go. Matt Brom on the ball. Great deflection by Utica City and Ben Raymond. The defenseman sprints back right in front of his goal, and I think Andrew Coughlin owes him a beer after that save.
Yeah, good block, and Brom showing his speed and ability to bomb forward, driving with the ball.
This is Harrisburg and Patrick Thompson creeping into the offensive third. Heat with a chance, good setup. Coughlin missed it, but how about the recovery by UCFC?
Yeah, Tavernisi there. We talk about his impact in front of the opposing goal and in terms of his ability to put it in the back of the net and nick it in the right time. But defensively, we see it working again, where he just reads it so well. Whenever that ball's bouncing off the boards in and around the goal, he reads it well. And this time it was to help his side out defensively as opposed to offensively, which is where we usually see him winning the ball and putting the loose bits into the back of the net.
Tavernisi, a guy with 17 goals, 12 assists this season. That one's not going to show up in the stat sheet, Richard, but that was about as impressive as anything you can do.
Yeah, it's certainly just as important as a goal. And, you know, for years people have spoken about how attacking players generally get all the praise because they're usually highlighted for the goals they score, just like Ubi Parapovic's top corner blast early on. But Tavernisi that time making sure the ball stays out of the UCFC net and the goals against stays at 0, which is something I'm sure Coach Ryan Hall is emphasizing to his team on the bench. Let's keep them out till half time because that will really dampen their confidence, as opposed to a goal which would certainly lift them and give them much better opportunities to come out in the second half with their socks up and ready to play in a hard manner.
Lucio Gonzaga works its way back out to Schindler. That's a great sign to see him back out on the pitch. Here's Steven DeRue dancing in the corner. Schindler the open man. Be a give and go. Instead back out for Ubi Peripovic. Ooh, Gonzaga. Right outside the net. Encroaching out in front of the goalie, Banahani, and that was a golden opportunity. UCFC still leads 3-0, 2.5 to play until halftime. Tripped up for the boys in blue. Mujin. And this is a great chance for number 99. That is not the man you want to see on the ball if you're Harrisburg.
Yeah, and if he sees half a yard, he'll look to try and drive it or bend it in.
Instead, Ubi Peripovic sets up his teammate, and another goal for the boys in blue. Utica City FC is cruising. It's Mujin on the goal for UCFC, the third different goal scorer for the home team today, off the great feed from Ubi Peripovic. 4-0 first half.
A perfect time to get a fourth goal, and as we see, Ubi Parapovic lines it up for a second. It looks like he might just knock it into the corner, but Mujin right there, totally unmarked, no one even near him. And a player of his caliber will certainly punish you if you give him that type of space and time. And his finish was right on the money, and at 4-0 just before halftime here, Utica with a real grip on the game.
Time of the Utica City FC goal, 12 minutes, 41 seconds.
Harrisburg with a chance in the offensive third. Now they've got to get something here before the first half concludes. More good defense by UCFC.
Yeah, things just not working for Harrisburg right now. Before the fourth goal, I was just about to say.
Here we go. Malice, yes! Mauricio Salas puts it home. 5-0 UCFC. 2 goals like lightning in rapid succession.
Great play from Nate Bordeaux here with great composure just to pull it back and flick it with the inside of his foot into Salas, who with his experience and ability is not going to mess around from that range, and he just smashes it into the roof of the net, giving the goalkeeper no chance whatsoever. And 5-0 is certainly a commanding lead. And again, here's that piece of skill, little back heel, pulls it back and in, straight into the path of Salas, who happily puts his shirt over his head.
Utica City
now, Richard, I
FC
think the man with the toughest job in the building right now is you, because who are you going to talk to at halftime? So many options, and finally Harrisburg is on the board with Savoy Morgan, who answers. And he's been dangerous all day long. He's been physical, he's been fast. We've seen the athleticism on display, and finally Morgan buries one.
Yeah, good finish from Morgan. But you have to, you don't want to be negative at times like this, because for UCFC to score 5 goals and be 5-1 up with 1:23 left in the half is certainly something you would probably take before the game. But it's just that psychological impact that just scoring a goal can have just before half time, and going in 5-0 up and going in 5-1-0 up is it's a difference that I feel will allow Harrisburg to say, look, we've just got to keep doing what we just did there to get the ball into Morgan.
So Savoy Morgan scores the first goal of the day for Harrisburg, his 16th of the season, second most on the team behind only Ricardo Carvalho. So UCFC still leads by 4, 5-1 with less than a minute to play.
Harrisburg goal scored by number 10.
And now a chance for the Heat. Could be one-on-one. Good recovery by Schindler, though.
2, Matt Brame. Time of the goal,
and the Heat losing. That was Carvalho, the leading goal scorer, number 11 on the ball. Great recovery, though, by Utica City FC. Freddie Mugin, the goal scorer earlier on in this second quarter. Today, Utica City, Roberts, Ubi-Peripovic. Roberts again, 2 goals. Then Mugin and Salas. And Harrisburg finally got on the board thanks to Savoy Morgan. 5 to play in the first half. One last chance for Daru. Puts it on goal. Banahani with the response, and that'll do it for the first half. So 30 minutes in the books in Utica City's first home match in 1 month. So far, so good. It was worth the wait for the fans here at the Adirondack Bank Center. 5-1 UCFC all over Harrisburg. Meeting right number 5 between these two Eastern Division teams. And let's take a look downstairs with Richard, who's got Freddie Mugin, one of the goal scorers from that first half. Richard, you take it away.
Time interview, Richard.
Thank you, guys. Joining me now is Freddie Mugin. Muj, tell me what you thought about that first half.
I think we did a pretty good job for almost the entire half. They scored 1 goal. We should not let them score that goal there, but we're happy with the first half. We're going to go in the locker room now, hear what Ryan Hall has to say, and make sure he comes sharp for the second half, because it's not going to be easy.
Based on what you saw in the first half and how it felt out there, what's the focus to keep the momentum and try and put a few more goals on the scoreboard?
We have to keep doing the simple things. Everybody behind the ball. When we have the ball, keep the ball. Make sure we move them around and to create goal scoring opportunities for us. So that's what we're going to do, I think, in the second half. And just have to keep working hard.
Freddie, thank you. Good luck second half. Well done.
Freddie Mugen scores his 8th goal of the season, UCFC's 4th goal of the day. It's now 5-1 for the boys in blue over the visiting Harrisburg Heat. All right, it's halftime. We'll take a short break. Richard and I have got you after the break. Stick around.
I am here with Courtney, who is going to attempt the Davidson $10,000 kick. Courtney, how do you feel about this today?
I'm glad I get to do this in front of my hometown of Utica. Let's hear it!
Awesome. Now, guys, quick funny note before we get going. Courtney actually didn't have appropriate footwear, so she borrowed these sneakers from some random person in the crowd. So whoever you are who shares the same foot size, thank you for helping her out. All right, so you guys have seen this once before. This is the Davidson $10,000 kick. If Courtney kicks it in that target hole, she will walk away with $10,000. Guys, let's make some noise for Courtney. Courtney, whenever you're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Citron Street Team.
Guys, please join me in welcoming Utica AYSO U12 boys who are going to play a little game at halftime. Welcome, guys, and good luck.
Fans, if you look up on the big boards right now, you will see today's fan shout-out. All of the Utica City FC action European style from field level. The Corona Premier Beer Garden is the only place at the Adirondack Bank Center to watch the game from field level, right up against the board. For just $25 a ticket, you receive access to the beer garden and Irish pub, as well as all you can eat authentic German food. Feeling lucky? Don't forget to take your shot at the 50-50 drawing benefiting the Save the Day Foundation. Winner receives half the pot while the other half goes directly to charity. Buy your tickets along the concourse or from any of the sellers wearing the neon green shirts. Winner will be announced in the fourth quarter. Fans, while you're getting social today, text a picture to hashtag UCFCme. You might see yourself on Utica City's FC's website, social media, or up on the video boards. Fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Give us a like on Facebook to stay updated on all Utica City FC news and events. Are you a group interested in a Sunday fun day? Utica City FC welcomes all groups, birthday parties, school groups, local businesses, family reunions, sports teams, and more to the Adirondack Bank Center this winter for their inaugural season. We offer dynamic pricing for groups, in addition to various group amenities. Call or visit the box office today for more information. 72 Taverners throwing it back. Every Monday is 10-cent wing night at the tavern. From 6 to 9, enjoy tender buffalo wings for just 10 cents a piece. Come down and watch your favorite NHL game, listen to the live broadcast of Comets Insider while joining an affordable bite to eat. 72 Tavern, serving you wings, serving you sports. Come and visit the official Utica City FC team store. We have jerseys, hats, soccer balls, and plenty of accessories to outfit you, your friends, and family this winter. Head over to the team store behind section 203 for your official team gear now.
Empire Recycling Corporation. More than 100 years of responsible metal and paper recycling. Our top priority is to remain committed to the environment, our community, and to our great team of employees. 5 generations strong, a leader in the recycling industry. We've grown from recycling rags to an empire of 9 divisions across New York State. And we're proud to have our home right here in Utica. Empire Recycling Corporation and the Empire family of companies.
Hey, Utica FC fans, if you're looking to score a deal on your next car, truck, or SUV, come see us at Davidson of Rome. Score the perfect hat trick. New Silverados. Save up to $11,500 off. Save up to $6,300 off new Malibus. Up to $10,000 off pre-owned 2018 ATS.
Our customers are our biggest fans for a reason. Join our team and let us help you save big on your next vehicle at Davidson of Rome. Nice people to do business with.
Utica. On Saturday, March 23rd, WWE Live returns on the road to WrestleMania with a massive main event as Braun Strowman collides with Baron Corbin in an epic battle. Plus, anything goes when Finn Balor takes on Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre in a brutal triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. And don't miss your favorite superstars. It's WWE Live on the road to WrestleMania in Utica, Saturday, March 23rd. Tickets are available.
This is Dr. Todd Battaglia, fellowship-trained member of the sports medicine team at Syracuse Orthopedic Specialists. I have access to 27 partners who are dedicated to sports medicine, work-related, and recreational injuries. That's the power of SOS. 28 physicians committed to helping you heal and getting you back to your regular activities as quickly as possible. Find out what SOS Sports Medicine can do for you. See SOSbones.com today or call 251-3100. That's 251-3100.
Do you and your vehicle a favor this winter and move to Deerfield Place. You'll never have to shovel snow and ice off your car again. Enjoy your own connected garage with every brand new apartment or townhome. Deerfield Place is pet friendly with on-site management and 24-hour maintenance services and features a luxurious community clubhouse with a state-of-the-art fitness center and a heated outdoor swimming pool. Deerfield Place is centrally located near downtown Utica. Stay warm and dry this winter at Deerfield Place. There's no place like it.
I come into work every day helping my individuals cook, clean, and work with personal care. I definitely feel that I've grown since this job. Before I was working in retail and I was also working at a daycare. The outings caught my eye. We go out into the community every weekend and I absolutely love coming into work every day.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see the troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Bring them out.
Locked and loaded for the second half at the Adirondack Bank Center. Thanks so much for staying with us, everybody. Drew Carter back alongside Richard Shaw. Pretty good first half for Utica City FC. They are back at home for the first time in a month. It is 5-1 for the boys in blue over the visiting Heat. And Richard, you really couldn't draw up a better start for Utica City.
Yeah, another wonderful start here at home for Utica. They really took it to Harrisburg and put them under a lot of pressure. And from that pressure, we saw some really, really good goals. Obviously, I think the highlight of them all was the Ubi Parapovic rocket shot into the top corner. which I'm pretty confident will make the highlight reel in terms of plays of the week. But yeah, Harrisburg, they kept trying to keep Utica out. They found it difficult. They probably, well, they need to close down much faster, deny space that we've seen Utica get. But they did get a goal just before halftime, which, you know, we did discuss, and 5-0 looks bad, 5-1 looks better, and I'm sure they can build on that, and hopefully for them, they give a better account of themselves that we've seen in terms of their performances in recent weeks, which has been very good, and they're going to have to turn it around pretty significantly to get back into this game today.
The bad news for Harrisburg, though, is they did just play last night, Richard, like we've talked about. They played a great game at Mississauga. But as this game progresses, you think that the legs might start to feel a little more tired, right? Because 2 games in 2 days, or maybe not so much?
No, I think that it's going to be significant, the fact that they played last night. They've been on the road. They're now up against it at halftime. I think the important thing is, in terms of the outcome of this game and what will impact it, is how Utica set themselves up psychologically, and in terms of keeping their foot down on the gas pedal. They've got to keep working hard. They've got to keep doing the things that gave them a 5-0 lead just before Harrisburg scored.
He'd start with the ball first, and they capitalize. So 2 straight goals for Harrisburg across the halftime break. Now all of a sudden, it looks like the Heat have woken up.
Yeah, and before the majority of these fans can get themselves back in the seats, they're going to be coming back and looking at the scoreboard and saying, hey, we just missed something there. A goal either side, very close to half-time.
So the Heat connect, and a 5-0 Utica lead has turned into 5-2. And the Heat stay aggressive. That's Tavoy Morgan, who scored their first goal back in the first half. Coughlin tries to set up his teammate. Banahani was there with the punch. And a good show of sportsmanship between Tavalisi and Banahani.
Yeah, Tavanisi just trying to climb, win that header. And the goalkeeper, who has every right to go for it, just looks to punch the danger away.
Richard Calaveo, assisted by number 4, Danny DePrima, number 25.
And it was Ricardo Carvalho
Time of the goal, 18 seconds.
on the goal for Harrisburg. So their 2 leading scorers have become involved now. 22 on the season for Carvalho and 16 for Morgan.
Yeah, and we discussed when he would begin to have an impact on the game, and as we suspected when they went in at half-time, that goal just before the half gave him a lift, I'm sure. And to come out and get an early one, it's the ideal start for Harrisburg. It's certainly needed, and it really is game on now. With 5-2, there's not much in it.
What do you want to see Utica City do here, Richard, to respond to that goal?
I think just as we saw for large portions of the first half, just get a grip of the game, really boss it, control the tempo, keep possession, and then when you get the chances, make them count in the fashion that we saw in the first half.
Harrisburg with the ball. It'll help Utica City FC to hear their fans getting back into it as well, and a good takeaway by DeRue.
Yeah, Duarte just trying to keep it in the corner for Harrisburg, but was dispossessed, and this is where Utica now just have to get back in control of things. But you can kind of feel there's an extra spring in the step from these Harrisburg players. They certainly can feel and sniff out that there's more there for them in terms of going for it and getting themselves back into the game. That goal is going to certainly lift them.
Thompson tries to loft it into the offensive end, but it's kicked out of bounds by Santana.
Yeah, Santana just unable to bring the ball down, tight to the boards. An opportunity for Utica to work the ball forward. Good first touch from Mugen in the corner. who obviously we spoke to just after half-time, and he's been outstanding in that first half in terms of his movement and what he's brought to the table.
Harrisburg tries to set it up. Good deflection by Utica, and it falls into the waiting arms. Very capable Andrew Coughlin between the pipes. Yeah, you mentioned, Richard, you talked with Freddie Mugin at halftime. Heard you call him Muji. Is that your favorite nickname on the team?
Yeah, I think there's a few ways to say it. A lot of the players have called him Mooj. I know that the staff here at Utica refer to it in that manner, but he's brought some excellent qualities into the team since his arrival, and he's certainly someone that the fans are starting to enjoy watching play for the reasons that we saw in the first half.
Sure, and he's from all the way in Brazil. Brazil's known for playing the beautiful game where it's not enough to win, you've got to win and do it in a pretty fashion as well. Have you kind of seen him bring that Brazilian style to this team?
Yeah, I think there's some, wonderful international flair on the field here, on display from both teams. From Utica's perspective, you've got the likes of Muj and Salas and Gonzaga, Ubi Parapovic, Darren Toby, just to name a few. And then when you mix in some local boys like Ben Raymond, Liam Callahan, Logan Roberts, Nate Bordeaux, players like that, it really is great to watch. And then conversely, you look at Harrisburg and Nelson Santana and Dominic Francis, Cavallo, some wonderful talent there on their end. So that's why we're seeing a very open, exciting game. Utica have been on top for the majority of it, but at 5-2, this is certainly anyone's game this afternoon.
About 5 minutes into the second half now. UCFC 5, Harrisburg 2. 12 shots on goal for the home team, 9 for the visitors today. Heat back in the attacking third. Goes back up top straight away for Patrick Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson's been well in terms of getting forward. Duarte also getting on the ball, and again, Harrisburg with the recent form, you just need to give them a sniff and they'll jump all over you.
Carvalho with a rocket up top, and then he missed the rebound as well. Ubi Parapovic to try to clear it for Utica, and they do. Maybe a chance to move, but a turnover.
Yeah, Escobar working hard for his side. Him and Duarte playing nice and close, linking well as they try and find Morgan.
Here's a chance potentially. Here's Daru. He's got the wheels. Tried the outside foot shot with the left. Now he recovers it. Salas has a goal already today. A lot of English on that ball. Daru with the missile. And there's a souvenir for the fans.
Yeah, some decent space there that time for Utica. Salas plays a diagonal ball where he just clips it into the corner. But Daru looks to strike it. And it just hits the boards and ricochets out of play.
The wonderful thing about this sport, Richard, is any turnover is instant offense in the other direction. Whereas when you're playing outside in an open field, it takes a little bit longer to develop. But here it's bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, and I think that's one strength that Utica have really had this season is when they do keep it nice and tight and compact defensively. When they win it, they're going forward in numbers, working exceptionally hard to support each other. And I think that's why we've seen them create so many opportunities in each and every game they've played, especially at home where these fans have really got behind them. But we've got to give credit right now to Harrisburg in terms of their response. I mean, they're 5-0 down, but they've not got their heads down. They've come back and responded well, and here they go again.
Another chance for the Heat, barely missing it wide is Harrisburg. That would have been their third goal in a row. And it came off the foot of Dylan Hundle, a defender. Great save by Andrew Coughlin, denying Dominic Francis, one of their most dangerous offensive players.
Yeah, Francis that time choosing to try and prod the ball into the net using his toe. Can be very effective from close range. But Coughlin equal to it, and Utica back on the ball where they want to be.
Raymond down the wing. Mugin had it, lost it, taken down. And the whistle goes against UCFC. Santana to enter it, and he directs some traffic. Looking to be dangerous on the reset.
Yeah, not really many options for Santana there as he's looking to try and play it up, but here's a chance.
Francis again, a little bit too high. He ate his Wheaties this morning, and he just missed it.
Yeah, that time the ball falling to Francis on his weaker side, and he just got under it a little bit too much, and it goes over the bar, but again, he's in the right place at the right time.
A little bit more noise for our team out there, but before we get to that, I'd like to thank you
Now,
all.
media
You've
timeout.
done it
Speaking of
again.
media,
It's
get the
another
latest news on the
sellout
MASL and your
for
favorite
Utica
teams
City
like Utica
FC.
City. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Stay posted on Utica City FC. Stay posted on the Harrisburg Heat. Every team around major arena soccer.
On the field. You've done this before. We're going to start our UCFC chant. So that side of
Here we
the
go.
building, you're UC.
Yeah, you can
This
see
side,
Coach
we're
Pat Ely there
FC. You guys
getting
all know how this works. Let's
the
make this
Harrisburg
loud
players
and
together,
slow.
willing them on,
1,
using
2,
the
3.
momentum that they gained with that early goal straight after halftime. Keeping UCFC out from scoring more is obviously a significant part of their recovery here. And you feel if they get a third, it really will be game on.
And Harrisburg has had the chances here, Richard. We saw Dominic Francis really smash one off the top of those boards. I mean, it was pretty close. What do you think the Heat are doing now that they've got a little momentum?
Well, just from the start of the second half, they seem to have a little more tenacity. They're working harder. They're closing down. You just feel in that first half, they were sitting off Utica a little too much, giving them plenty of time. And when you've got some of the players that we see on this roster here at the Adirondack Bank Center, they'll punish you, as we see Ubi Parapovic and players like that smashing balls into the roof of the net. Salas, again, another one who you give him a bit of time and space, he will punish you.
As a loaded UCFC side, 12-5 on the season. First in the Eastern Division. Harrisburg, meanwhile, 7-10. Third in the divisional standings with that win over Mississauga last night.
Yeah, and
oh, a great chance for Salas, looking for a second goal of the day. But he was answered by Banahani.
yeah, Banahani with a good stop again, but just referring back to Harrisburg, and if you look at their season in two halves, if you like, the first half for them wasn't something that they're probably too thrilled about. Things went against them. Some of the results that were close never went their way. But in recent times, and essentially the second half of the season, they started picking up some positive results, some very good results and good performances. And that is why it's crucial that Utica do not let them get closer to them in this game, because Harrisburg are more than capable of not only getting back into it, but going ahead and really winning this game. So Utica just got to keep working hard, get back to the basics that we saw in the first half, keep knocking the ball around with speed and working hard both defensively and getting forward fast.
Great run for Harrisburg and a chance for Francis, and Schindler sacrifices the body. That's a guy who was banged up earlier today, and he's still going down to the deck.
Yeah, great block from Schindler, who throws his body in front of the shot from Dominic Francis, and it was certainly goal bound and going to cause Coughlin some problems, but that's what it's about defensively here.
Morgan already has a goal today, this time denied. Again, Utica City sacrifices the body. Great defense that time by Liam Callahan, and now UCFC looks to clear.
Yeah, Callahan again putting his body on the line, and Morgan was protesting furiously, saying the ball had hit him on the arm. which based on Callahan's body shape would have been a bit harsh for the referee to call it, but you can see Morgan's perspective and understand his will and desire to get the call, because that would certainly help them get back in this one.
Daru floats it toward the box. Salas sends that one into the stratosphere. There were no net there. That ball might have ended up in Massachusetts.
Yeah, Salas has been in the league for many years and certainly knows he's not going to be scoring goals if he doesn't take some risks and opportunities.
Here we go. Oh, barely missing it wide. Tavernese. But now Utica City's got something brewing, Richard. Harrisburg was asserting itself earlier on, dictating the action. Now Utica's coming back.
Yeah, better from Utica in the last couple of minutes. That time Tavernese getting in behind. Because of the standards that he set himself, he'll be a bit disappointed with that finish.
Tavernese back at it again. The bicycle try. Why not? He said, hey, Ubi Paripovic, you think you're going to get the #1 play? He gives it a shot himself.
Yeah, good awareness from him. He knew the keeper was off the line. The trajectory was just a little off, but it was the right thing. Good idea, good creativity, improvisation from him.
That's a brave try from Tavernese.
Have you ever scored one like that, Drew?
In FIFA, several times actually, yeah. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, I'm unstoppable with him. What about you, Richard? You ever do one of those?
You know what? I actually scored in my career one overhead kick, and it was like when I was about 14.
Oh, really?
I just never tried it when I got older. For risk of maybe breaking a bone of some kind. It wasn't my strength.
At a certain point, it becomes not worth it.
Exactly, especially on the hard turf. Maybe on a muddy, soggy, northern English field, but yeah, again, I know it was never my forte.
Do fields in England get muddy?
You know what?
I would assume they're so used to the rain that
occasionally, occasionally. Now, growing up in England, playing there, every week when I was a youngster.
That builds character.
A mudfest. Lump it forward.
Yeah.
Get bodies in the box, try and score goals. Not too much finesse or creativity when I was a youngster.
Yeah.
But it's changing now. The facility's obviously improving.
Sure.
The weather, not really. Same type of weather. But the weather in here is pretty good today.
It's a little bit different.
Yes.
Plus, Richard, if you're playing with a miter ball, I don't care how muddy the field is, it's going to be a good quality game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's the driest a miter ball has ever been.
So Utica City leads 5-2 still, 3 minutes to play in this third quarter. Harrisburg, though, has scored the last two, and a little more creativity from the Heat. Daniel Villela, number 9, with the ball. Taken away, sent back to Banahany.
Yeah, Banahany looking to get Carvalho early. Good touch from him.
Morgan scored Harrisburg's first goal, and that one's a little wide. Just and now he bangs it off the wall with Ben Raymond.
Yeah, and it's just little habits like that. You see Coughlin there. Using the wall to find Ben Raymond. Good experience.
Oh, right off the post. Utica nearly put another bit of separation between themselves and Harrisburg, and that was Ubi Paripovic again. Vitali tries it. Harrisburg sacrifices the body one more time, just like the home team has been all day. That was Dylan Hundelt going down to the floor.
Yeah, great block from him. Vitali was looking to get everything behind it and smash it on goal.
Hundelt might end up a little black and blue tomorrow morning, especially playing 2 games in 2 days. Logan Roberts showing off the shielding ability. He's got a couple of goals already today, and now he draws a whistle against Harrisburg.
Yeah, great play from him just to keep possession and shield it from the opposition. I would just want to say Morgan, for me, has been someone who's as the game's gone on, he's got more and more into it. And if anyone's going to have an impact in the second half in terms of getting Harrisburg back into it, it's him. Again, we saw him working hard that time on the right-hand side. And that's why he's up there in terms of goals and assists and just having overall impacts on many games this season.
Yeah, Morgan scored the first goal of the game for Harrisburg earlier. It was his 16th of the season, second most on the team behind only Carvalho. Morgan in his first season with the Heat, only 5'9", 180. But he plays a lot bigger than that. Very athletic guy. This is Salas for Utica City. Back to Daru. Speaking of Morgan, he's out of Jamaica just like this guy, Stephen Daru.
Yeah, as we said before, some international flair. That mix of styles and mentalities is certainly entertaining to watch. And when you can mesh them all together, the results can be very rewarding from a winning perspective, which we've seen again here with this Utica side. And Harrisburg in recent weeks have done a wonderful job of putting everything together. Coach Healy is certainly putting his mark on the team here as a head coach. He's had some experiences over the years that now he can implement.
Aggressive play there from Francis. But Utica City maintains possession. Rahman goes down to the blue turf. Carvalho on the ball now for the Heat. Back to Santana. He plays the two-man with DePrima. And that will do it for the third quarter. So only one goal for either side in that third. It goes to the road team, Harrisburg. They've scored 2 in a row, but UCFC still leads 5-2. So what do you think here, Richard? Harrisburg has to climb out of this 3-goal deficit, but they've got the momentum on their side, but it's still a tall mountain to climb.
Yeah, you just can sense it in the atmosphere, arguably because Utica haven't scored for a while. You know, in terms of Harrisburg scoring just before the half, then straight away, immediately. You kind of feel there's a little lull just creeping in. I still think Utica have done some good things in that third quarter. Harrisburg, though, definitely happy with what they've seen. I'm sure they probably would have liked another goal or two just to get a bit closer, but at 5-2 again, they're certainly back in it. They can build on that goal, and when they potentially introduce a 6th attacker and pull the keeper out in the final quarter, you kind of feel that UCFC could do with another goal just to give themselves a little bit of distance in between the two sides, so that uphill climb for Harrisburg is a little tougher than what it is at the moment. But right now, I still feel that this game could potentially go either way. Although UCFC, you feel, got to just continue to find that form they had in the first half and get a grip of things and control things.
And you know, Richard, even if Utica City can win this match, allowing 1 or 2 more goals, you'd like to see a little more momentum heading into the next one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, from a coaching perspective, you've got to look at everything, and you've got to look short-term, long-term, getting ready. And as, without jumping the gun, so to speak, without Utica looking too far ahead and thinking about playoffs and post-season play, they just got to keep focusing on the moments here in situations like this where being 5-0 up, we talked about complacency, we talked about when does that kind of thing start creeping in. Is it at 5-0? Possibly. The goals that Harrisburg have got now, make a game of it. But make no mistake, if UCFC just focus on the things that they've been doing well all season, they'll see this one out today. But I think the next goal is going to be very important to either team.
By the way, Richard, with a win today, Utica would clinch a playoff spot. So this fourth quarter looms large for the home team, the boys in blue.
And maybe the fans in the stands, they know that there's things on the line here, especially, as you say, in terms of looking ahead and securing spots for the playoffs, because there is significant advantage from winning your division, as we can, I think, divulge a little more once we know it's secure. We certainly don't want to jinx any teams or set ourselves up in that nature.
Harrisburg, by the way, is a team fighting for its playoff life. Helped themselves out last night with that win against Mississauga. And a win today, I mean, would go a long way, not just in the standings, but if they're able to climb out of a 5-0 deficit, that would be massive. Still a long way from doing that, though. 5-2 UCFC as we begin the fourth quarter. A chance for the Heat. Some heat on that shot for Harrisburg, but a good save by Coughlin. Goes out of play. It'll be UCFC ball.
Yeah, you think about what Coughlin has had to deal with. That time a shot from Eske, rocketing across the face of goal, but Coughlin's not really had much to do, has he? But yet, Harrisburg still in the game despite giving up 5 goals. It just shows you how tight the margins can potentially be sometimes, and again, that's why Utica just got to keep focused on the good things, the good habits, the honesty of their play, closing people down, and then when they win it, play with speed, get the ball forward fast, and create problems for the opposition as Morgan tries to get forward here.
This could be danger for UCFC. Morgan's already scored once today and 16 times this season, but that time he's walled off by the home team.
Yeah, Vitelli, strong player. He's been very good for Utica this year. It's been enjoyable watching him play. Very solid defensively and just standing up with composure there to block the shot. Another local guy from Central New York.
Domenico Vitale went to Cicero North Syracuse High School and then Lemoyne College. And Richard, I'm sure you've heard Jack say this, but he's also the owner of Giovanni's Tuxedos in North Syracuse. You got to love that.
You have to love it from the perspective of soccer players often need nice suits.
Yes.
And when you have someone on the team that can provide that, it can be not only beneficial from a logistical perspective, but it can be beneficial from a financial one if you own the store, as Vitali does. So, now, but it's been great, and here's a chance here.
Another chance for UCFC. Ubi Peripovic was denied, but the rebound can't be. The assistant captain, Nate Bordeaux, snaps about a 20-minute goal drought for the boys in blue, and it's 6-2.
A great time to score an important goal as Ubi Peripovic goes forward. Mugen prods it towards goal, and Nate Bordeaux in the right place at the right time just to finish off the bits and restore a 4-goal cushion for Utica. With just over 12 minutes left in this game, you feel that that's a big moment and could certainly be significant in terms of the win department.
So Utica City's last goal before that one came 13-20 into the second quarter. Scoreless in the third, and then early in the fourth, they're able to capitalize. And it's 6-2, another 4-goal lead.
And again, it's another goal where it came from persistence and hard work. It wasn't one that was going to be tweeted out all over the place, but it was an important one nonetheless, and arguably the most important goal of the game so far, considering the fact that Harrisburg were gaining some momentum.
For Bordeaux, it is goal number 7 on the season. Ubi Peripovic, by the way, has that one masterful goal, Richard, that will be tweeted out all over the place. But he's now got 3 assists, too. So 17 goals, 23 assists for the season. 40 points in 18 matches. That's not a bad clip.
Yeah, he's brought some amazing quality to Utica. And he's certainly one of the fans' favorites for obvious reasons. But, you know, again, it's great to score goals. As a player, you love scoring goals. But his delivery, his contributions in terms of assists and being creative on the ball has certainly been outstanding and something remarkable for UCFC.
And now Harrisburg with its back against the wall. 11 minutes to play, down by 4 goals. This is Patrick Thompson, 88. Looking for the through ball for his teammate. Cannot find Danny DePrima. Into the beer garden it goes.
Yeah, DePrima making a forward run, trying to get the ball from Thompson. But Utica have been pretty solid so far in this final quarter.
Oh, UCFC, nearly a chance for Roberts to cap off his hat trick. Number 23 came soaring across the crease. Barely missed it, though.
Yeah, Freddie Mugen with, again, the crafty play off the boards. He knows his angles well. He's played this game for a good amount of time and gained valuable experience in the process. And you can see why he creates the opportunities that he does that time. Logan Roberts was just unfortunate as Gonzaga looks to try and get a shot on goal that's deflected, and will be another opportunity for Ubi Parapovic to set up one of his teammates.
Ubi Parapovic kind of seems like the quarterback of this team for Utica. Oh, and now he's taken down. All ball, though, for number 3 in white, William Eske, but that time Ubi Parapovic goes down, and it is a foul against Tavoy Morgan for Harrisburg. So another chance for Ubi Parapovic to trigger it in.
Yeah, that time Morgan just catching him. And Gonzaga will look to try and work something for his team.
Ubi Parapovic, by the way, leading his team in scoring, maybe leading the league in syllables in his last name. 6, Ubi Parapovic. Richard, that's twice as many as you and me combined, Shaw and Carter. That's crazy.
Yeah, ours is easy.
Here's Daru. Good save by Banaheny. And another chance, another stop. Ubi Parapovic won't be denied. 2 goals and 3 assists for UCFC's most dangerous offensive weapon. And it's a party at the Adirondack Bank Center.
We saw him strike one with his left foot that rocketed into the top corner in the first half. But that time, it falls extremely kindly for him on his right foot, and he makes no mistake. Just as you were talking about him, Drew, the ball falls to him, and he shows you why we are talking about him, and to the delight of not only all the fans here in attendance, but his teammates. You could see they know how significant that goal was, and it shows you how much they respect him and enjoyed that moment.
So it is now 7-2 UCFC, coming up on 9 minutes left in regulation. And here comes Harrisburg's 6th attacker, the man in the green penny, as Banaheny has left the cage. So the Heat going for that last resort type of strategy.
Yeah, time to start rolling the dice now and pushing extra bodies up. It will be interesting to see how Utica keep them at bay, because there is still quite a lot of time left in this game, and even though you look at the scoreline at 7-2, it really isn't out of sight for Harrisburg to get a couple of goals, but it might be now.
Whoa! UCFC capitalizes on the empty net. Liam Callahan on the board for the first time today. Ocho for the boys in blue, 8-2.
And that's why we refer to it as rolling the dice, because you do leave yourself open. And unfortunately for Harrisburg, as Callahan shoots on the empty goal, it takes a deflection that's very favorable for Utica, and it makes the way nice and comfortable now. You feel 8-2. Surely it's going to be too steep a hill for Harrisburg to climb. But they'll certainly give it a go, that's for sure.
Let's take a look at how we got here. 8:32 to play in this fourth quarter between Utica City and Harrisburg. Little break in the action, so let's recap. 5 straight goals for UCFC to open this match. In their first home match in a month. Last time they played here was February 10th. It's now March 10th. Fans didn't have to wait long to see them score. About 2 minutes in, it was Logan Roberts with his first goal of the day. And Ubi Peripovic made it 2-0. That's how it ended after the first quarter. Jam-packed second quarter of action, 4 goals combined. First 3 went to UCFC. Roberts scores again. Then Freddie Mugin, our halftime guest. And then Salas scored to make it 5-0 UCFC. Devoy Morgan finally put his team on the scoreboard, made it 5-1 heading into halftime. And then Ricardo Carvalho scored the first goal and the only goal in the third quarter for Harrisburg to make it 5-2. But now in the fourth, all blue. 3 straight goals for UCFC.
Yeah, when you look at Pat Healy now talking to his team, it's hard for him right now to try and fathom what's going on here, to be honest, because he's seen his team come back. 5-2 is certainly a close game, but now they find themselves 8-2 down and a massive hill to climb. I mean, what do you really say to them with 8 minutes to go? Guys, let's just go for it. Let's see what we can do. Can we get it? Let's just focus on the next goal, I think probably is the best message. Forget everything else now. Let's focus on scoring the next goal and see where that takes us.
Liam Callahan's 11th goal of the season. Steven DeRue sends it soaring out of play. Smart play there by the defender.
Yeah, good block from him, and Francis will get the ball now on the top of the box, which is always a dangerous threat, especially with players of ability of Francis who can strike it well.
A chance and another block by UCFC. They might be leading by 6, but they are not complacent. And watch the blue hounding. Somehow Nelson Santana comes away with it for Harrisburg. That was a laser beam off the wall. Francis plays it off the midsection, and here comes Salas. 2-on-2, maybe 3-on-2. Good recovery by Harrisburg. And number 9, Daniel Velela. Oh, wow. Savoy let his man Salas fly by. That's a pretty move. But it goes back out of play, and Harrisburg keeps it. Hey, this is a lot of excitement here, and you're watching it all on MASL TV. Catch every game every week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. This Utica City team's got a lot of reasons to tune in, and I think it starts with number 99, Richard. Ubi Peripovic, 2 goals, 3 assists today. He's been spectacular.
Yeah, he's had a terrific afternoon so far, and he'll certainly be looking at getting some more numbers on the board. Interestingly now, Harrisburg have not executed the strategy of having a 6th attacker, which, what message does that tell you? Potentially that they're shutting up shop and saying, hey, let's keep this respectable, possibly. But
Maybe.
you just kind of feel they should probably still go for it.
Yeah, looks like they're kind of waving the white flag right now, Richard, with Banahani still in net. And we'll see if they can generate anything offensively here.
Yeah, Escobar's been good when he's been on the ball, and here he is.
Great through ball, but the floater off the post. Harrisburg can't buy one right now. It's been that kind of day for the Heat.
Yeah, Escobar. We just talked about him, and the ball comes kindly, makes a great run in behind, first time off the crossbar. And then a foul just on the outside of the box. This could be certainly a good opportunity for Harrisburg to get a goal back and not only keep it respectable, but give them a little optimism.
If you take a look up on the big screen right now, you will see today's lucky winner for your 50-50. That's A1157.
Harrisburg with a chance. Julian Escobar to enter from the doorstep of the box, and the Heat can't capitalize again. Carvalho with the left foot, put it a little bit too high. And UCFC maintains a touchdown lead by 6. Liam Callahan just scored that empty net goal for Utica.
Yeah, Callahan has been solid for this team throughout the season. A joy to watch in terms of his performances. Always working hard, very resilient player.
Well, Coughlin went all the way outside of his goal. He was near midfield by the time he ripped that pass. But he retreats in time. As we approach 5 minutes to play, UCFC leads by 6, 8-2 over Harrisburg.
Yeah, the key for Utica was not letting Harrisburg build from the momentum of scoring that early goal right at the start of the second half. They've kept them at bay, and the reward is keeping a cushioned lead that's now been extended to 6 goals, and you just kind of feel that, as you said before, is the white flag being waved right now? It's time to really settle down. It doesn't feel like Harrisburg are throwing everything at it.
UCFC content to let this clock bleed down. 12 shots on goal today for Harrisburg compared to 20 for Utica. And barring a miracle here from the Heat, UCFC will take a 4-1 season series lead. A chance, nearly a goal. The rebound is good. It's Joey Tavernese. And when it rains, it pours for the boys in blue. Celebrating in Utica, 9-2.
Tavernese with the flag that he stole from one of the fans here in Utica. I think his name might be Joe Roberts, but let's not take anything away from Ben Raymond and his work there to win the ball, keep the ball, drive forward, and very unselfishly just look to play it across the face of goal into that area where, again, Tavernese, who is just always in the right spot for those rebounds, gets the type of goal that we've become accustomed with him scoring. Fantastic play from him.
Tavernese's first goal of the day, his 18th of the season. Now tied with Ubi Peripovic for the team lead this year. Maybe some bragging rights on the line between those two guys. Ubi Peripovic took the lead earlier with those 2 goals. Now Tavernese is back tied with him.
Yeah, always good to have some fun, competitive spirit in terms of leading the goals and assists within your own team. But I think the good thing about what we've seen here in Utica is a great balance of players helping each other to get what they need in terms of support and distribution, assists and goals all come because of that.
Sweet Caroline blasting here at Adirondack Bank Center. Can you give me a ba-ba-ba here, Richard?
Well, I'm going to be honest.
Come on.
My singing talents are very limited. I have an awful range, but apart from in the shower occasionally, I think I'll leave that to you, Drew.
Ubi Peripovic, give him a hat trick and give UCFC double figures for their 3rd straight home match.
Now I wish I would have given you one because it would have been very timely. However, how many times are we going to watch Ubi Peripovic just rocket balls into the top corner? Fantastic finish to get UCFC at double figures. What a great strike from him, and just a tremendous all-round performance on the day to put the icing on the cake to what has been a very good performance throughout the team. And the fans here just loving every moment of it. What a great afternoon it's been, and I think we can confidently say this will be another win for Utica, and now we can really start talking about the long term and what it means.
I think you can start the bus if you're Harrisburg. 10-2 Utica. Mentioned 3 straight home matches with double-figure goals for UCFC. They did it against Orlando in late January, against Mississauga with 13 goals back on February 10th. And now on March 10th, 1 month later, 10 goals against Harrisburg and only 2 against. That is outstanding. Another chance. This time, Banahani is there. Oh, you hear that? I start the bus's chant.
They must have heard you. I think that when you look at the timing of Harrisburg's goals, I'm sure Pat Healy, the head coach, will be disappointed that they didn't build from that moment, because being 5-0 down, scoring just before halftime, scoring immediately after halftime, and getting within 3, there was the window of opportunity within that third quarter to really make a game of it, and they just kind of petered out, to be honest, and that's why I think we've seen a very dominant display from Utica in this final quarter.
Yeah, it has been a tale of 2 matches, certainly here today. UCFC scored the first 5. Salas, a worm burner, saved in the 5-hole by Banahani. 5 straight goals for the boys in blue, then 2 for Harrisburg, then 5 more. So 5-goal runs sandwiched 2 measly goals for Harrisburg today. And if this result holds, 10-2, it will tie UCFC's largest margin of victory this year. 8 goals. And it'll be the 3rd time they've done it in the last month or so. It's a team hitting its stride, Richard, and as we come down the home stretch, another chance for UCFC, maybe the defenseman trying to get involved, Raymond. Coming down the home stretch here, less than 2 minutes to play in this game, and the season is winding down. This is a team that's going to be a dangerous threat in the playoffs.
Yeah, and as you see, the regular season certainly winding down, and with that is the prospect and excitement of a wonderful postseason here in Utica. To give these fans this incredible first year has been wonderful, and as you can see, just with those in attendance today, they've embraced it.
Gonzaga put his man on the deck. And UCFC will coast to the finish line. 10-2. And now the fans can taste it. A na, hey, hey, goodbye chant breaks out at Adirondack Bank Center. Toby wants one more. Banahani stuffs it out. He was looking for Tavernisi on the other side of the box. What an atmosphere today in Utica. First home match in a month for UCFC. And they gave their fans a treat today. The fans rewarded them with an outstanding environment. UCFC is going to move to 13-5 on the season, 8-1 at home. And the season series continues to be dominated by blue. 4-1 will be the new marker after this blowout match today. Utica won the first 3 matchups with Harrisburg. Then the Heat won the next one. UCFC, a little revenge today. Served at Adirondack Bank Center. Nelson Santana with it. Chops the feet, gets it back on the give and go. Carvalho with 1 goal today, this time denied by Coughlin. And that should do it. Coughlin wings it down the field. 5 seconds left. Utica City matches its most lopsided win of the season in their first home match in a month. 5 goal runs, 2 of them sandwiched 2 measly goals for Harrisburg, and it is a 10-2 cruise control win for the boys in blue. UCFC maintains its stranglehold on the Eastern Division, 13-5 on the season, 8-1 at home at Adirondack Bank Center. Harrisburg splits the weekend, 1-1 after that win at Mississauga last night, 7-11 on the season. 3 goals and 3 assists for the usual suspects. Slavica Ubi Peripovic, he's been the man all season long, and he is standing by on the beautiful blue field with Richard Shaw. Utica City has clinched a playoff spot, has just been announced here at Adirondack Bank Center, and the main reason why, Ubi Peripovic down on the field with Richard.
Thank you, guys. We have the opportunity now to speak to someone who's been outstanding today, Slavica Ubi Peripovic. Slav, incredible stuff. Thank you for not only your performance today, but your entertainment out there. How do you keep scoring all these goals in the top corner? What's going on?
I give respect to my teammates for working so hard defensively, giving us the chances offensively. So it's a team effort. Everybody did well today. We defended as a team, attacked as a team, and fortunately results on our side.
Ahead of a very exciting game next weekend here on St. Patrick's Day weekend, what's your message to the fans who have been very loud today and give you guys some wonderful support?
Thank you for supporting us thus far. We're going to keep entertaining you guys week after week. Come next week, and we got some more stuff for you guys in store.
Finally, what was your favorite part of the game today, and why were you so strong in terms of going forward in the numbers and putting the scoreboard? The scoreline obviously was sensational today.
Well, we're still fighting for the playoff spot, and every win is important. Harrisburg's still racing for playoffs as well, so we're gonna do our thing, keep winning games, and the rest on the other teams.
Slav, congratulations and thank you for speaking with us.
Slavica Ubi Peripovic, a hat trick today, plus 3 assists, and he continues to spearhead Utica City's dangerous offensive attack. That's now 3 straight home matches with double-figure goals for the boys in blue on their blue turf. So that'll do it for us today. Again, your final score, UCFC 10, Harrisburg 2. Utica up to 13-5, 8-1 at home. Harrisburg down to 7-11. They split the weekend, 1 win and 1 loss. So from my partner Shaw, our entire outstanding Utica City crew, I'm Drew Carter signing off from Adirondack Bank Center. We will see you right here next week for an exciting match on the blue turf.
Pot on the stove, water getting boiled. Being so Snoopy in the hookie, system over